It's the State Farm Game Break Show. Curt along with Terry, Howie, Tony, and Michael.
There you go. Good job.
Hey, thank you.
Takes a long time to work your way around the table.
By the time I get over to you,
it out.
I'll text you next time what I want to tell you. Guys, the Bears with a comeback here, and I'll start with you, Michael, here. I mean, I don't know if anybody saw that one, but then you look, Washington wins today, Jacksonville wins today. You never know what happens in week one.
Yeah, but this is one of those games that Chicago gets Detroit. With Detroit, see the second to last play, should have won the game on that, but it should have never come down to that. But we talked about Mitchell Trubisky earlier in the game, and he's a guy's feast or famine. He couldn't do anything earlier in the game, but in the fourth quarter, he threw a perfect pass for a touchdown to put these guys up, put them up eventually to win. But they have to figure out, he needs to get more consistent. And I think if they can be consistent with him, then obviously Nick Foles will sit there and watch. But his consistency has to get better because they're going to play some teams they will not get away with playing that way in the first half and having a chance of winning at the end.
Howie, Washington with the comeback win after being down 17-0 to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Was that more about Washington or just a war of attrition? Especially the Eagles' offensive line.
I think it's a little bit of both. And we were talking before we went on air that, maybe we didn't give Ron Rivera enough credit. Jack Del Rio's defensive coordinator. They've had a slew of number one picks there. The defensive front is really good. And Philadelphia is depleted. And it seemed like, to me, that Philadelphia was a lot of deep balls. And sometimes those deep balls get you in trouble, both in protection and giving up the ball. So it's a very disappointing loss for Philadelphia.
Yeah, well, one other person switching games real quick. Aaron Rodgers, watching him play today, I mean...
He's done, right?
It's weird. We always want to count this guy out year 16. But the way he's played this year, he said it at halftime, he must have cleared his mind out. He's doing yoga, he's meditating.
Tony, my favorite moment may have been the fake crowd boos after the non-touchdown at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's weird. I guess that's the part of the new norm. But looking at this team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I want to keep, because I didn't see this coming. I knew they were going to take a little while to get that rhythm down, but I know it would take this, I thought they'd be able to start out at least on a better leg than what they've been able to do. But looking at this, I think with Tom, once they get going, miscues like that right there, that's called the middle read, where he has the option to go down the middle or come across. Once they get going, there's no doubt in my mind, once they get those tight ends involved, this offense is going to be one of the best in the league.
Well, the game got tight at one point. They started making a comeback, but you could see the Saints are just a team that have been together longer.
Yeah.
They just had more time to work on what they've been doing. Obviously showed later in the game because they were able to take it to another level that Tampa could not match.
For the best access, perspective, and personalities in all of sports, follow us at Fox Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.